Skype Classroom is an activity where teachers engage with other teachers to set up their classes to be able to perform a prescriptive kind of questioning strategy session. It's like 20 questions trying to find out where the other students are located. And so they ask yes or no questions to each other, either assisted through Skype itself, or you can send video messages back and forth over a long distance kind of thing. But it's really fun when it's live. And we can watch this video here to show you some examples of Skype in the classroom. All right. So this is a really fun activity, and it's aided by the question formulation technique process, where your students are asking better questions. They're finding out very quickly, especially doing this several times, what kinds of questions will help me zero in and target where my partners are around the world. And really this is promoting collaboration across time and distance, critical thinking, creativity, all of these things that are super important for 21st century learning, and also personalized education, group education, affective. It's a wonderful activity. And so some different ways to think about whether our questioning strategies were effective in our different protocols. Did it stimulate deeper thinking? Did it deepen knowledge, understanding, and awareness? Did it expand knowledge and extend thinking? Did it pique curiosity, imagination, and interest? And thinking about this as you're planning these different activities is incredibly important, especially when we're thinking about the students who are in our classes, who are working at a faster pace, who understand it and can pick up on it quicker. They're now able to self-differentiate within this context by asking their own questions. And so here's a list of wonderful resources to help you in your pursuit of effective questioning strategies. We have, both within a mathematics context, you have Marianne Small, assessing critical thinking in middle and high school, different levels, different grades. We have, there's several consultants who work with the next generation science standards, who use like 3-act tasks. With Graham Fletcher, he's more of the mathematics, but Paul Anderson, using effective strategies to really spark student interest and have them generating questions quite quickly. I myself have a question-generating resource as well. This is on my website, SethYeager.com. And what I do is I promote this framework by Deborah Meyer called the 5 Habits of Mind. And I've adapted it to be called the 5 Habits of Critical Questioning. And what I've done is I've taken a high-interest story and modeled what the questions for the 5 Habits of Mind, which are evidence, perspective, connections, alternatives or supposition, and significance. And when we get students thinking about these things, and it's an embedded part of their thinking, it's immediate differentiation for high ability students to be able to ask questions specifically in a current events context, or to extend some of the units that you've already planned associated with this. And so what I've done is, on my website, have just provided a scaffolding for about 75 stories, and talk about what does a question look like when it's asking about evidence, or whose perspective is represented here or left out. What connections do I have? Does this have to other areas of information or things that I know about? How could this have been different if, for the alternatives component? And finally, significance, which is a really nice one, because if you ask, hey, in what ways is this significant to a group of 8th graders, many of them might be very honest with you and say, this is not significant at all to me. And you're saying, well, that's great. I know that it's not significant at all to you. You're so above this is not important to you at all. But to whom might it be important? And what this does, it throws it back into the perspectives category, and then you have to start the process all over again. So it's a really nice way for effective questioning. Also, I've developed this non-Googleable driving question generator. It's a spreadsheet that's available on my website as well, really helping teachers plan effective essential questions, and helping students, giving them the scaffolding to become the the participants in the inquiry process that we want them to be. And we can now demonstrate this. If everybody will go to to my website, I can show you this real quick, and we can manipulate the different variables to producing effective student questions. All right? And also, what I've done is I've turned this into an app on the Google Play Store. It's completely free. And I had a student help me. He thought this was an interesting concept, and he needed a project for one of his computer classes. And my student Matthew helped me develop this app that's now published on the Play Store for developing student questions. And so, hopefully I've convinced you of the reasons for differentiating for high ability students, the reasons for promoting questioning in your classrooms. We've practiced some of the different protocols for questioning in this session, and I've shown you some resources and practical applications for the questioning strategies. And so now, the most important question at the end of any presentation, particularly one focused on this topic. Any questions? Thank you.